Bro, what you are doing, bro?
Nothing, just checking out what is inside. They are just.
Hey, what are you doing? We are shooting the podcast now. You should go. These kids nowadays, my god, I'm tired. Hold the camera in a good way, na?
Senior, it looks better.
Don't teach me. I'm the senior now. Shoot properly. Hi everyone. So, myself Shrishti Sarkar. I've been studying in this institute for the last 4 years, which means I'm in the fourth year. Yeah, I'm quite a super senior. So, let me tell you about this department. So, this department was established on 2012 and I joined this institute on 2021. So, telling about this department, it's quite interesting. Like when I joined in the first year, it was quite happening. The professors are well helpful for when you want to gain knowledge. Biomedical department has been growing since 2012. It's been like 10 years. So we got a free space. We can talk about it. So basically, I was telling that I got into this field because I was quite interested in the medical. So when I got to know about this biomedical, then I thought that why not let's study about this. When I came to this department in the beginning, I was like quite uninterested. Then when I did my first internship in Neotia Gateway Multi Speciality Hospital, it's in Siliguri. So when I did my first internship, I got a lot of knowledge. I got to know about this department, how it works, and how it works in industry and how it works in the research field. So it's quite interesting, okay? If you work in the industry side, it's like you have to work on the designing of the hardware of the medical devices. And if you work in the research field, then it's quite different. Like you have to think about new innovative ideas. You have to think about new things, how you can research or do new projects. So like we are doing a project on my final year to make assistive device on dementia. Okay. So now it's quite enough of my intro. Okay. So let's now go to the podcast where we listen more about it and talk more about it.
So, welcome back, people of internet, to the Video Science Podcast, a podcast conducted by biomedical engineers. So, I'm your host, Giridhar.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Here today we are in episode 3 of our series. So I am Harshita Kamal, the co-founder of We Do Science Studios. So let's get started.
You know, who is our guest, you know?
No, I don't know.
Our guest is our senior, bro.
Who is senior?
Srishti Didi.
Oh,
Yeah.
welcome.
Welcome to the board,
Welcome to the
Srishti. So, welcome to the Video Science Podcast. We just started the podcast. So, how you are thinking about this podcast? Like,
Hi guys, I am joining these kids today. I have to make them learn everything. Okay. So why you guys both are sitting there? Why guys have separated me? Am I a demon?
No.
no.
Harshita, you come here. Sit beside me.
Okay, senior, I am coming.
A small swap will happen.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the board, Srishti. She's our senior, guys. So, we are doing something. We invited her to guide us. So, she came here to guide and she came here to share our experience with us, guys. So, what do you think about our podcast going on? Like, we just started 2 episodes.
So they are doing very well, okay guys. So I have seen they are doing 2 podcasts and they did one video also. So they are doing very well and I would like them to make more videos, more interesting contents and yeah, it's going enough good. You guys are doing very good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Welcome from my side also, Shrishti Senior. So, how do you feel
in the podcast,
in
how
the
do you feel?
podcast?
Yeah, it's like very good. I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling very lucky that they invited me because they're very scared of me. Okay. So I'm very lucky that they invited me, and I was quite shocked also when they told me that we are inviting you to our podcast. So yeah, I'm
Like,
very
as she is our first senior to be here in our podcast.
In our podcast, guys.
Yeah, so clapping.
thank you. Thank you.
And Srishti and Harshita. So, guys, we have only three topics,
Yeah,
and the topics are Srishti will start introducing her concept of nanomedicine, and Harshita is have some topic on healing with silk.
yeah,
Healing with silk, and I have the topic on completely cardiovascular things
yeah.
and issues, and there are lots of things going done by the Google. So I will try to make it short for you guys to understand easily. So we'll start with first Srishti's topic.
So yeah, my topic is on nanomedicine. I got to know about this topic when I was in my third year. I selected it as my elective subject. So I got interest in this nanomedicine because it's quite different from the biomedical engineering. So we deal here with the nanoparticles. As we know, nanotechnology is like dealing with the nanoscale particles where we make medicine, where we use the nanomedicine is generally used for treating cancer. So like we design the nanoparticles in such a way that it only involves or it only attacks the cancer cells without disturbing the normal healthy cells. So this is about like how the medicine works. It's just not about the medicine. It's include the regenerative medicine also, where we talk about healing the cancer. Then there are a lot of topics. Uh, now let's talk about quantum dots nanoparticles because I have a great interest in quantum dots. So Harshita, do you know about quantum dots?
No, this topic is new for me.
So then let's discuss. So quantum dots are basically semiconductor particles. Basically their size generally is 10 nanometer in size. So basically they have very good qualities, like they have good brightness. They are somehow biocompatible to make medicine. So generally quantum dot nanoparticles are generally used for bioimaging, like to detect cancer cells, and they are also used to treat medicine treat as a medicine for the cancer treatment. So there are many disadvantages also because sometimes the quantum dots, sometimes some people are not able to adjust with the quantum dots part, like their characteristics. So it's a very new topic for research, and I got quite interest while studying about it. So this this is my interest in biomedical field. Okay, like I was very much interested in nanomedicine. From the starting, I didn't know about it, but when I started to know about this field, it's very interesting. And yeah, I end this topic here because it's a very vast topic
Yeah.
to talk about, and we
Yeah.
don't have much time, I guess. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Senior, for explaining this. So, what are your views on the new technologies that is like exploring in nanomedicine? Do you know anything?
Harshita, before that, I have one question. So, I want to ask every person, like, what do you think about technology nowadays? Is it growing fast or is it significantly growing slow?
This is our something called traditional question to everyone.
Yeah.
So,
So I have a very vast curiosity about how things works for them. So for few users, they think, especially for me, I'll think definitely because every day some new technology was happening to be found.
Yeah.
Recently we talked about the Google's new algorithm breaker, that Alpha Evolve.
Yeah.
If you have seen, guys, if you have watched the Alpha Evolve video, you can get to know what we are talking.
and if you didn't watch it, go and
Just
check
go
it out.
watch. So, Alpha Evolve is a kind of algorithm where mission breaks the rules of the algorithm, breaks the rules of the maths formula to create new shorter formulas. So that's what I thought. It was, for me it was very advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like for me, the technology nowadays are growing very fast. Okay, like every day, you know about AI, how fast it's growing.
Yeah.
Every day, like somehow we get to know about more AI tools, or like we come like across ChatGPT like every day.
Every day.
Okay, like nowadays, if I like for me as a fourth year student, when we apply for jobs, like there are AI bots
Yeah.
who scan our applications, pick the skills they want. So it's growing so fast.
So fast.
Like if I tell that there is no pen and paper work nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know about Nvidia's Jensen. Jensen, he's the CEO of Nvidia's. He just announced that AI will really leads to lose all the jobs. All the jobs.
This is a very controversial topic.
Yes.
Today only, guys, when I woke up today and I opened my phone and I've seen one news. China, they have launched one hospital when there is no humans, only AI doctors and nurses, and they are just using them instead of doctors, real doctors. Like I have
Yeah.
seen that news. I don't know much. Like I just read one article, but it's so something like no doctor needed. Just AI can do surgeries also and everything. What
Past-
other guys use over it? Like
I feel like yeah, there are robotic surgery, you know about it.
Yeah.
It's been generally growing nowadays. But I don't feel like you should replace doctor with robots. It's
Yeah.
very scary because
it is scary, but people are doing it. Around 14 AI trained doctors, like not AI trained doctors, like
Assisted.
doctors assisted.
Assisted.
Yeah, and they just use AI, like 14. Just think about the number. Not even a one they are using.
And just past 5 years ago, in my hometown, there is a hotel. There is some hotel. So it was the robot themed hotel where
Yeah,
no human needed to serve food.
Yeah, I have seen
Robots will come. It was just fantasy as a kid.
Go there.
Ah.
Have you ever
Yeah, I
been
have
there?
been. Where it was not actually self-controlled robots. Someone will have some remote control over them. They will just place the things around tray. Then they will operate it from mobile from another place or another section. So the humans won't physically be there, but they will operate the robots.
But
It
still
was-
they
it
are
was just-
operating. It's something okay. Humans are doing something. But that news like so shocking.
Yeah.
No need of humans.
So these are my thoughts about how things are working today. So what your thoughts about how things are working today?
See, I already told you
Yeah.
that I think the technology is growing very fast, and for me, it's like humans are generally getting more dependent on technology.
More dependent.
Okay,
Day by day.
day by day, and I somehow feel that it shouldn't be that dependable. Okay, because I have seen in my 4 years journey how technology, like in my first year, we have seen you guys have also did the 12 lead ECG
Yeah.
practical,
Yes.
you know. But in general, if you go to any hospital, there is only 3 lead.
3 lead.
So see how from 12 lead you have
I
gone
just
to 3
remember
lead.
one line from our HOD sir's class when he said, if you guys will not use your brain, then it will be plastic. It will be deformed plastic brain.
I think we need to train our brain also.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just remember that line like plastic brain.
There was real actual physical thing will happens to our body if we use anything. Like for example, if we stress our muscles too much,
Yeah.
the density of muscle will be increased, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's same for apply for brain, guys.
Everything, like everything related to the body. Sometimes when I was on holiday and I was not learning and doing anything, and then after some time I was like going to do something, I was like, what should I have to do? I mostly forgot what to do. Sometimes I forgot what to write. Sometimes the spellings also. Like, oh, okay. Okay.
So we'll come back to the Srishti's topic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm talking about quantum dots.
Quantum computers.
Okay, so like I want to ask about what are your thoughts on nanomedicine? Like,
Firstly, I heard the term quantum computing.
okay, yeah.
So, you are linking the quantum computing to nanomedicine, is
No.
it right?
Quantum dots.
I'm like quantum dots are kind of semiconductors, okay?
Okay.
So like we are like the scientists, they're trying to make that quantum dots into a medicine to transfer the drugs. Like I'm talking about targeted drug delivery for cancer
Yeah.
treatment.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like in nanomedicine, we have to put some inhibitors in it, or
Yeah,
not?
we have to put.
We have to put some
inhibitors.
inhibitors and some growth factors also,
Yeah.
so that it will like just target the particular
The-
wound.
Yeah, particular the cancer cells.
And then it will destroy it and like it will
Heal.
heal the
Yeah.
portion.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think about regenerative medicine? Like, is it possible that each and every medicine which we used to take, like, should like when like we should take medicine one time and every time it will useful for us? What do you think about that concept?
It's not like that. Like it's a very growing field, the regenerative medicine, and like my expertise are not in regenerative medicine. Especially,
Yeah.
I'm very much more into the quantum dots. I'm more into the targeted drug delivery. But regenerative medicine is a very interesting topic.
Like that regenerative medicine, I know, but I have seen like people should have first take it and then it will like regenerate. As far as I know, I don't know much about it also, but like, what are your views over that thing that I have that one thought like. First, we take like one paracetamol we take, okay, and then every time when we got fever, that medicine regenerate automatically in our body. We should not take another medicine at
So
that
you are
time.
basically talking. You are going to the part of antibodies, creating like
Yeah, every time it will create. Whenever we need, it will create antibodies.
like it's possible. Like our body is quite capable of making
But
antibodies.
in case like to those like HIV patients when they have like immune deficiency, like they have to take so many medicines.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, I have heard one company they have achieved 99.9% efficiency
Yeah.
in HIV treating. I forgot the name, but yeah, even the Elon Musk have tweeted about it.
Yeah.
So it's like very great achievement for that. So what are your views on it?
My view is that if it's possible for a human body to regenerate any like after the treatment or like the body is healing in that process, it's quite good for the body. I feel like if it's doing it naturally, if we are not forcing our body to do that, if it's doing like naturally, it's very good. My views are like this.
Okay.
So, when coming to the regenerative medicine concept, so our body has some stem cells which are the baby cells we can consider as that
Yeah.
without determining their gender.
Yeah.
For example, guys, so these stem cells have some stages on it.
Yeah.
For simple, we can say it as baby stage and adult stage. So on the regenerative medicine side, I had a really vast fantasy that will never get to happen. So what if we we expect stem cells to adapt for any kind of matter with their regeneration? So what if it happens?
It's a very vast and very like high level thought.
High level thought.
Yeah, because you can try that. Always there's
Our
a-
HOD, sir, he really want us to do something. So he just keep us on questioning about things.
Yeah.
So he came up to a concept called self-healing.
Yeah.
He came up to a concept called self-healing. So we have cells, guys. For example, we'll take skin cells.
Yeah.
So skin cell have some stem cells in it.
Stem cells are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But few stem cells will be adapt only to their desired structure.
They are-
Like for example, skin cells stem cells, skin stem cells, skin stem cells, skin stem cells only adapts for skin,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and liver stem cells only adapts for liver.
Yeah.
What if there is a stem cell which can adapt overall entirely any organ? What if he just taught me that question? He just, when he was explaining some concept on healing, so I just came up with that question. What if, is there anything else, like is there any cell which adapts to any kind of organ?
I don't think,
think
our
so.
body has that capacity to do that because
There
for
is,
every healing,
like when we are in our mother wombs, that same thing also taught
Yeah.
by HOD sir. They said like when we were in our mother wombs, then every organ, everything, if we even got some problem in it, everything was healed automatically. And at that point, we don't know what cell is from which part, which portion. So that time we have ability, and that time we have that special kind of cell which repairs everything. But when we came out from our mother wombs, that technology or that specialty, I don't know, vanished somewhere. Like at this point, we only have like regenerative capabilities in few portions of
Few
our
portions.
and like few portions of our body, not in every part. Okay, so scientists are still like working. They said
Yeah.
to reactivate, regenerate what that particular
Activate
factor,
that-
activate that
that cell.
feature
Yeah.
on it which was off. So yeah, and I talked about that HIV company. That name is Lena Capivir something. Like it is a revolutionary HIV treatment making headlines. It's like groundbreaking injectable medicational developed by G-Leads Science, like administered just twice a year, and then that has like effectiveness towards HIV infection, which shows 99.9% efficiency among gender diverse individuals across multiple continents. So just think how our technology is growing
Yeah.
so fast.
But you said on the first video that you don't think that technology was growing.
Technology was growing. Like I was not saying that it was not growing. I said it was stopped somewhere.
Somewhere.
I said it was grown at that point, but people are not doing using that resources which is already present with us. Like I'm not telling that people are not growing. They
Using
are growing.
properly.
Yeah, they are not using
Using
properly
properly.
the resources what we have. Like few people have used and they achieved something like
And
as I
a
said.
funny thing, guys, there is an algorithm on normalization of encephalography.
Yeah.
So normalization of, it's a algorithm where it normalizes the brain signals.
yeah.
So the algorithm came up on 2016 or something, but few of the companies just started just on 26th, 5th of this month, 26th of this month, they just approached, they just patented the right to make a device on normalizing an electroencephalography. So the algorithm already
That's
existed.
what I'm telling you, na. They are not using the resources
Yeah.
which is already present in the market. So yeah, that's it.
And when coming to the quantum dots, so have you heard about quantum computers? Have you heard about?
Yeah, I have heard about
Like,
quantum
I'm trying to link this.
I have heard about the. Okay, let me share this one. Okay, so I heard about the quantum particles in Marvel. Okay.
Yeah.
In the Ant-Man. Okay. I heard about, and it was so crazy thing.
Yeah.
I found it. Wow. If you
Guys found Marvel fans, assemble me, her, and Girisar. Everyone is Marvel fans.
It's not actually Marvel. It's real science.
Yeah,
Quantum computers
Yeah,
are real
like
science.
the concept is very crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
if you can turn into this much tiny,
Huh.
and if you can turn into that much huge, and it was like they are entering the quantum worlds. And
Yeah.
I just love that concept.
So,
Multiverse, oh my god, I'm so crazy about
listen.
it.
So the quantum computers, for simple in science terminology, I wanted to express this. So quantum computers are the computers where it utilizes the atom's energy, like electron energy, to use that energy and gain the energy from it and calculate the operations accordingly. So it's ton of processing, computational processing going on here, where it unlocks the multiple calculations. Like nowadays, we know that AI is doing our work fast, easier, right? So when coming thing to the quantum computers, they will perform even 200 times faster than the original AI models. If any AI model trained with a quantum computer, then I'm really expecting the world will entirely change, unlocking new kinds of nanotechnology. Because in nanomedicine, there is tons of combinations of things need to be considered.
Yes.
So to determine what type of material we need to use, to determine what type of bonds, nanotechnology is nothing but, I think for me, I thought the small bonds happening between the things. Like for example, if you place any small glass ceramic particles into a bomb, it will heal automatically. So it's material science and the
Yeah. And the technology thing.
yeah.
They are making the particles that minimum size where they can actually exist.
Yeah.
So that's
And that small thing helps us to heal or regenerate or whatever.
Yeah.
It really supports us additionally. It's a special power for you, taking special power to us guys. So that's all.
Oh,
And
good concept.
it's a huge concept.
Huge concept and good
we can
concept.
talk that about every for entire day.
Entire day and still not like
Yeah,
covered
finished.
1%.
Yeah.
It's like that. So, but it's very interesting.
So
Apart from that podcast, who is your favorite character in Marvel series?
mine was Spider-Man.
Mine was Iron Man.
Mine is Doctor Strange.
Doctor.
Because I like his cape.
So without getting bored, we have some trivia question here.
Yeah.
So before going to the trivia question, will let us get to know how the trivia actually works.
Yeah.
So trivia will be a question, kind of multiple choice or fill the blank question. So where the weightage will be assigned by me, and if it's correct, we'll get 1 point. If it's wrong, there is no minus points.
Okay.
At the end of the season, like at the end of the year, we have an annual exam type of trivia question where the entire episode will be on questions.
Yeah.
No other concepts. And the questions, I won't ask any others, just I will ask the questions just we have discussed in the podcast sessions.
Okay.
That's all. So this is how the trivia works. And quick update on scores.
Yeah.
Harshita got 1 point
Yeah.
previously
Yeah.
and 1 error questions.
Yeah. What about that game?
No, that games is just for the podcast session. We just ended it. Trivia, you need to carry up the trivia. So
And
for
who
today's,
is the highest among everyone?
everyone got 1 point on me. Sajuna got 1 point.
Yeah.
Dipan got 1 point.
I also got
You also got 1 point.
tie.
So,
So let's see if
okay.
I can score.
so today's trivia question. Which therapeutic approach in regenerative medicine involves modifying a patient's genes, often by introducing healthy genes to replace or supplement facility ones to treat diseases and their genetic roots?
Okay.
You want to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Which
too long.
therapeutic approach
Okay.
in regenerative medicine involves modifying a patient's genes, often by introducing healthy genes to replacement the entire gene of the patient to treat their disease to their genetic root.
Okay.
Is it something like the answer might be
Should
something
not give now. Answer will be at the
Answers will be
last.
at the end,
Okay.
so we'll take a small break. See you after the break. person was missing. Hashita, she has some work, so she will catch us on next episode. For this episode, me and Srishti will continue the episode. So, before going into the topic, I want to discuss about VO3. Have you heard
VO3.
VO3? Google's AI generated AI video generator.
Okay, I have heard about like AI generated videos, but I
Yeah.
didn't heard about VO3.
So they recently launched the VO3 with the flow technology. So flow algorithm. So they have this software called Flow, where they uses the frames of each photo to add up like a video, to make up like a video. So it was performing very well. And the good thing about VO3, video plus audio will be generated at the same prompt.
Okay.
You getting?
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to talk about this VO3 because in English they have specific audios for every video. So like if you give a prompt like give me an Indian talking to some giving an interview, so the prompt the flow algorithm will understand how Indians will talk. So it actually matches the accent. Like we talk like very normally, right? Like how we have this conversation. So if you ask anything like give me a professional podcast or something, so most of the professional podcasts as per the trained data, it was English. So and in English most of the accents will be changed. So if you ask this prompt to the VO3 or Flow, it will actually give exact
So
accent.
is it like if I ask the AI to give me a podcast, like to generate
Yeah.
a voice, but for a South Indian guy, he will make the accent for like that.
Accent, same accent for that.
Okay.
So that was it surprising and really complicated thing for the AI video generated plus audio. There are spelling words. I don't know what we call exactly, but it was like a jumble words. I think, like for example, I'll say one sentence. How much would a woodchuck chuck wood?
Okay, that tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters, yeah. Tongue. It was the VO3 flow. It was really came up with the very nice flow of talking.
Okay.
So this exact sentence have watched a video where the video generated by AI VO3, it came up with the few different accents. So you should listen this.
Okay.
If a woodchuck could chuck wood,
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Whoa!
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a
All are AI generated.
woodchuck chuck?
So what you heard is completely AI generated.
Ah.
So it came up with the perfect for AI. It was too difficult to make any accents with certain tones. So they have a certain kind of trained algorithm or something.
Yeah.
So it was really actually usable.
Yeah.
So some of the movies nowadays were using AI generated videos to make.
Yeah.
And the tongue twisters, have you heard the accent for each video?
Yeah, different one.
One he will say normally, one he was saying whisper. He
Yeah.
was whispering. all this came up with the empty noise, empty frequency.
Okay.
Even same applied for the images also. So I just really wanted to share this thing.
Nice.
I'm really surprised it was going very well. And uh, there is ton of things to talk about this, but we should go into the topic.
Yeah.
So it's an article. I heard this an article from the North Western University.
Okay.
So they came up with the idea called pacemaker, which will be operated with the light, infrared light, and it's the size of a small grain. It's smaller than a small grain.
Okay.
So it's really small that we can't able to, like, we can see with our naked eye, but still smaller than a grain. So if you watch this, wait, I'll try to show how it was. Because it was so small, like imagine that it was 0.5 nanometers.
Yeah, it's really small.
0.5 nanometers. It's too small that we can see with our naked eye, but we can be able to, like,
Like you can see it, but you can't handle it with
yeah.
bare hands. I can understand.
I'll quickly share you the image. You will get better idea for that. So it uses galvanic cell, where the same thing applied for the battery.
Okay.
Some potassium ions and sodium and silicon carbide ions were there. It interact with the sodium ions, where it can be able to store and generate electricity as same as the battery.
Okay.
And it's kind of a biocompatible device. So biocompatible in the sense where it can't affect anything inside our body.
Okay.
So, and if you don't want to use it again, it will automatically get degradable in our body itself.
Okay.
You getting?
Okay, so it's like that. How they are gonna place it inside your heart, like by surgery?
They have two techniques. One, directly they will inject, so it's smaller than a grain. So that's why they said that they will use injectable techniques,
Okay.
and they can also use the manual surgery techniques, but it's small. I think it don't require that incision to.
But if it's like if they try to inject it, isn't it going to our blood?
Good question.
Like if it's like if they are injecting, if they are targeting the perfect place,
Yeah.
then it's fine. But if you directly inject it in our body, pacemaker is for like for heart, no?
Yeah, for
we
heart.
need to put it in near our heart. only.
Near our heart.
So they need to inject it in a way that it should go just near the heart.
So they came up with the injectable plan where they will directly focus to. Have you heard about catheters?
Yeah, catheters. Yeah.
Catheters.
Yeah.
Catheters were helps to track small veins in our body too.
Yeah.
The procedures will start from thigh or from wrist,
Yeah.
where they can pick some arteries or veins.
Yeah.
Then they will pass the catheter where it's thin, small tube. It can able to pass through all the all the veins without backflow of blood.
Yeah.
So I thought they will use the catheter process where it's easier for them. But the main question is that, but it will move. It's small nanometer. Right? Think.
So it's like we need to find a perfect way to target near the
Yeah.
heart. If you want to do it like in an injecting way, if you don't want the surgery.
Yeah.
But like for pacemakers, don't we need some kind of energy?
Here, if you see here, there's an image.
Okay.
This is the size of pacemaker.
Okay, that's really small.
This small thing where my cursor was there, right?
Yeah.
This small thing was the pacemaker.
Yeah.
So they uses galvanic cell, where similar to the battery, where it requires some energy to utilize. So as same as the batteries, have some charge in it, where the exchange of.
So how much is the battery life like? What the space is?
So they are just saying that it's for the temporary use only.
Okay.
When patient don't require a pacemaker for entire situation, just for the temporary situation.
Okay.
So for temporary situations, they need to make an incision in the heart. They need to attach the electrode at the fiber where the SA node will be generated electricity. So there they need to attach it and take another one as the reference electrode. They need to attach two electrodes. Then they should have some additional battery with themselves. Then the electrode wire will come out to a battery and the processor. So the pulse will be controlled from the outside of the patient. Same here in the situation also it was same, but instead of using wide connections, here if you see there is a sensor.
Yeah.
This big thing.
Yeah.
There is an infrared sensor where it utilizes the light. If you are seeing here,
Yeah, got it. Sensor.
yeah, the sensor will emit light.
Okay.
Through the light, and they are saying that a simple scattering of light example. So if the skin tissue, if the layer outside layer was dense enough to pass light to absorb and release certain amount of light, then the application will be exactly same, applied the same thing here. For example, if you take any torch, if you light up on your thumb, you will get some.
We all did in our childhood.
Yeah.
Passing that red light.
So the same thing happens here, where they will place the battery cell, that small grain type cell, inside our SNO, and from outside they will stick to the layer of skin. Then they will hit the skin with light. There is not much layers in it. So heart is just here with the rib cage is guarding it. Just they can easily able to the sensor can easily able to pass the light up to that instance. So and the entire phasing like how much heart rate need to be maintained, how much is it trachy, is it brady, then should maintain some limits, right? Like 72 beats per minute. So entire thing they can control using an outside software. Outside software technique through this. So I'll just read what they are saying in the published. So it was the Northwestern University where it's located in Australia, I think.
Okay.
So they are saying that world's smallest pacemaker is activated. So they mentioned that tiny device can be inserted with a syringe, then dissolves after it's no longer needed.
Okay.
It will automatically get dissolved. And it was you have seen, right? It was very small,
Yeah.
small and precise, like
It's like if the pacemaker is not active for a long time, it will get dissolved.
dissolved.
It's good actually.
It's kind of and they uses body fluid powered battery, where if any small electric impulse, actually heart will have some electric impulse going on there with the action, we call the term called action potential.
Yeah.
So where the exchange of sodium and potassium ions will be happening at the muscle level stage, at the micro level stage. The exchange of ions leads to generate electricity that helps for the contraction and I'm going too complicated here, I think.
No. I'm just trying to focus.
Yeah, so here our body fluid has some voltage ranges in it. So to stimulate extra impulse, they will use the conductable body fluid.
Okay.
Like they will give certain amount of energy to the heart. The pacemaker will give certain energy to the heart. Then additionally, by having this additional capability of ourselves by conducting electricity, so within a small shock, it will passes throughout the heart.
Okay.
So that makes that it's not necessary to get two electrodes at different spots to pass from one point to another point. Rather passing one point to another point, just passing in a minimal area, and heart need to be itself conducting whole, need to be contracted. So they just came up with the idea, and I'm really excited. Like
It's very impressive. Like, I like the concept, like it will get dissolved after it's not longer being used.
and they are using the in batteries, two materials need to be separated, and then if you want electricity, they should conduct and pass the electrons each other.
Okay.
So and one will give the valence electrons to another one, then it will utilizes it as the energy.
It will like be an charging
Yeah,
source.
it's
to
like
the
yeah, it's like same as batteries,
Yeah.
where you will charge, it will store. It's kind of like a capacitor. It will charge, it will store. Then, if you want to release the electrons, just open the gate for one material. Then the electrons will pass. By the reaction, the charge will be formed. And they are using the. They should have some gate for two materials, right?
Yeah.
So here they are using polymer, a polymer which helps to dissolve and which will not affect the battery at all.
Yeah.
So this is the exact thing. Like it's very small. I'm very impressed. That too, it works with the light.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah. So and if this came up in the market, there are
Is
so
it like a very expensive thing?
no, it's not at all expensive. Just a small battery and small,
Because pacemakers are quite expensive.
yeah,
So if
quite
it's
expensive. And if you compare with the actual pacemaker, there is lot of wide range of difference.
yeah.
They, for the traditional pacemaker, they have lots of wires going in and out from the body, and they have a really proper application why they introduced this. So they are saying that the proper application was while okay, they implanted the pacemaker for a subject, for a condition,
Okay.
and if the patient, if the subject no longer needed the pacemaker, they need to remove it.
Yeah.
So if while removing out the electrodes from the heart, they might face a large scale of
Surgical, and like if the person, like earlier, if the person he has put the pacemaker at the age of
Yeah.
30, and if he is no longer needed by the age of 70, it's not possible to do surgery
Yeah.
again. So it's better if it get dissolved in the body fluids.
yes.
It's very quite.
And there is a real case condition where while taking out the electrodes, the artery got damaged for a condition. I've forgotten the name of that person. Abraham Lincoln or something. No, he's not. There is a guy. He's a very popular guy. I've forgotten his name.
Okay.
So they have the main proper application. So I think they will definitely get served.
Yeah.
And the guy, the research scientist was named by Rogers.
Okay.
So he came up with the idea.
That's very nice idea.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And there is a guy from Andhra. As I talked before, but you are not there. But for this, I wanted to introduce that there is a guy from Andhra called Mo. Wait. Found the circadian AI, where it utilizes the phone microphone
Okay.
and states that whether your heart is functioning properly or not
With the voice.
with just the mobile microphone.
Okay.
So for traditionally we use all the electrodes where the impulse need to be
Yeah.
collected,
Yeah.
and there is tons of process need to be happened whether he's getting proper heart, is there any misfunctionality of heart. And for this guy, he just implemented an API where it analyzes heart rhythms. So by analyzing heart rhythms, he got the 96% of accuracy by detecting how the
Patient's heart
is.
Yeah.
Most of the 96% of the cases, he got success, where it states it was completely fine. So he's saying that our advanced AI technology analyzes the heart sounds to detect early signs of diseases,
Okay.
up to with up to 96% plus accuracy, helping physicians make better and faster diagnosis. So
See, again we are here in AI.
yeah, he just trained with a bunch of data here. There's nothing much complicated here.
Okay.
He utilizes the proper trained data where AI need to be trained with the certain data, right? And then he uses certain algorithm by I just saw a algorithm retrospective analysis.
Okay.
So it's the term where it's the algorithm where it utilizes the past data by calculating and calibrating with same at the same time.
Okay.
It utilizes past data and analyzes the standard data with the current data.
That's
That's too much.
too complicated.
Like think of it like 3 layers.
Okay.
First will be the past data where your heart sounds will be recorded, and second will be the standard data.
Okay.
Like you have some standard graph for the ECG, and hot ECG is the linear signal where it don't changes until unless there is defective. And for example, like a non-linear, like our brain, it generates very random signals, not certain. There is a processing going on there in our brain, but when comparing it to the heart, it will the function of heart exactly like controlling only itself,
Okay.
whereas brain it controls all, right? So this is the difference between linear and non-linear.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that why for example, if you take any AI assisted thing to analyze your brain, it can be gives this 96% of accuracy.
Okay.
So it uses very there is you can't able to think about our brain signals, right? So that's why I'm comparing this to this. So past when coming back to the 3 layers, past data where the data will be already recorded in the device, and comparing with the standard data where what was the actual we are giving the mission, what's the normal range, and we are calculating with the current data whether it's functioning good or functioning bad. So this is going a bit complicated, but still
It's very cool. Like the
Yeah.
AI is very, if it's giving 96% accuracy, means it's working well enough.
yeah. And I'm thinking like I have few more things, but we don't get sufficient time to
Yeah.
discuss. So I will definitely discuss with the next episodes.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to talk about for now. This is all about the world's tiniest pacemaker,
Yeah.
and this is all about the cardiac. I wanted to talk about the cardiac issues, but there are lots of. For example, we'll complete this in a short sentence.
Okay.
So cardiac issues usually happens when the muscles were not functioning properly and muscle walls were not functioning properly, and irregularities will be mostly occurred. It's if it's an hormonal imbalance, then it will occur. There are lots of things. It's better to carry on for the next episode.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
We can discuss that nicely.
So this all about the today's guys. And before ending up the session, we'll come back to the trivia question.
Yeah.
Okay, and I will repeat the trivia question.
Okay.
So, which therapeutic approach in regenerative medicine involves modifying patient gene, often by introducing healthy gene to replace and or to supplement, uh, remove the patient's stem to treat diseases at their genic root.
Okay. So I need to answer this question.
Yeah. If you are not clear about the question,
I got it. It's like we are replacing the like damaged or not good one
Yeah.
gene with a good gene, so that the generation health issues should
health
be
issue
cut.
will be stopped.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah.
It's like it's about the genetic engineering only. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly the word.
I just need only one answer.
Okay.
I thought that you already said that.
I will just go with genetic engineering. Yeah.
Genetic engineering.
Yeah, genetic engineering.
It's correct.
Okay,
So
I got one.
it actually called gene therapy also.
Yeah.
So where it
Actually, that will be a very specific name.
yeah. So they said that gene therapy where there is structure of protein. We for example, if you have a gene where the RNA and DNA will be arranged in certain part, the
Yeah.
proteins of your body, and if you are facing some issues with your gene,
Yeah.
there is a term gene editing in simple.
Yeah.
They can remove which gene particle was causing that issue
Yeah.
by replacing it with
Good.
new one.
Yeah, good gene.
Yeah.
I got it.
So that's all about the today's episode, guys. And thanks to Sisti, she came up. We just requested her to come. She just said yes. Okay, we'll definitely do. Thank you, Sisti, for joining us today's
It's
session.
my pleasure to join you
Yeah.
guys in a podcast.
And
Like it's like very honored. I will say honored because like these kids are doing a lot for the podcast. They are doing it by all themselves. They are doing hard work. Like it's very good. They are sharing knowledges. Like we should also know. It's not like that. If you are in the engineering or the medical field only, you should know about it. It's like in general also. If you want to know about it, you can listen to our podcast. And yeah, thank you for inviting me for the podcast.
thank you, Sisti. Thank you. And there is lots of things going on, guys. You guys need to be definitely stick with us. And for next session, I might have some interesting news where the features of Notebook LM, where it's the Notebook LM is the software. Google just announced it, and it's introducing new features like video generation in itself. For example, if you have any PDF or something, theory part or practical part, but you have some format of it, when you give it to the Notebook LM, it will actually analyzes your entire script, then it remakes a YouTube video. You getting?
That's
It's
really cool.
completely there are more there in the Notebook LM. So if you want to get know more information about the Notebook LM or few other tech and science newses, we are here, guys. Just you guys need to be stick with us, and for this session. I'm ending this session for now. Thanks to HOD sir, Shekhar Roy sir, for giving the studios, and thanks to Sisti, Harshita. Thank you, and we'll catch you on next episode. See you guys.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for next episode. Bye.
If you guys will not use your brain, then it will be plastic. It will be deformed plastic brain.
I think we need to train our brain also.
Yeah, I just remember that line, like plastic brain.